It's The Law with Morelli Chertko, and we're speaking with Jacob Brown, whose area of expertise is civil and commercial litigation, real estate law, wills and estate planning, and business and commercial law. And today, Jacob, we're going to be talking about defective workmanship. You often see this on Judge Judy in the People's Court. I imagine it's a little bit different in Kamloops, British Columbia. But what steps should you take when a trade or contractor's work is defective or other damage is caused by them?
Well, the first step that a homeowner often should take is taking pictures of the deficient or defective work. It's important to document what exactly went wrong and what the trade or contractor did wrong. Your trade or contractor will be quite reasonable. If you're dealing with a smaller company, usually their work is received from referrals, so their reputation will often be at stake, and it'll be important to them that you have a good experience with them and that you're willing to refer further work to them in the future.
Right. Okay, so what if they're unwilling to redo the work or refund the amount that you paid them?
Well, usually the next step in this type of situation would be to consult with a lawyer. Usually what a lawyer will suggest to do is write a demand letter to the contractor. In that demand letter, basically, you'll be demanding for either the deficient work to be remedied or repayment for the fee paid. Basically, a demand letter will show the contractor that you are serious about pursuing them for the necessary repairs or fees, and often will bring them to the negotiation table to try and sort out a fair settlement for both you and the contractor.
Okay, so what options are there to pursue a claim against a negligent trade or contractor?
Well, if the demand letter is ignored or an agreement can't be reached with the contractor, basically your avenue to pursue that claim will depend on the amount of damages sustained or the amount paid for the services that you are trying to recoup. If your claim is for under $5,000, you would have to file a claim for dispute resolution with the Civil Resolution Tribunal. This is basically an online process designed for self-litigants that is meant to be a simple, efficient, and cost-effective process. The Civil Resolution Tribunal, you do not need a lawyer for that process. Everything is done online and over the phone. For more information about that process, you can go to civilresolutionbc.ca. If your claim is over $5,000 but under $35,000, you would have to enforce your claim through the Small Claims Court in British Columbia. This is another process that is easy to do for self-litigants, but often consultations with a lawyer along the way can be quite helpful. You can find and fill out that notice of claim online and return it to your local provincial court to start your claim. If your matter is worth more than $35,000, it would have to be enforced with the Supreme Court of British Columbia, and that process is quite more complicated with more stringent requirements, and a lawyer is recommended for that process.
Jacob, do you find in times of better economy and when there's a lot of building permits being issued and so forth, do you find that perhaps there's more negligent trades and contractors at that time because business is good and they can pick and choose?
Certainly, sometimes with contractors who have a fast-paced business with lots of jobs on the go, they may try and take shortcuts in their work, and in doing those shortcuts they can often make mistakes, and certainly you see more deficient work in that type of situation.
Do you see this happen quite frequently in Kamloops and area? Is this a problem that runs throughout all communities in BC and Canada?
Yes, it certainly does. Definitely within Kamloops itself, but in all areas there's going to be better contractors than others, and humans make mistakes, so mistakes will always be occurring.
So how long do you have to pursue your claim?
Generally, you have 2 years to pursue your claim from the time in which you discover the deficient or defective work of the contractor.
Okay, so what can a homeowner do to protect themselves in the future from this kind of thing?
The most important thing is to hire someone you can trust. Usually, this can be done through another person that you trust who recommends a contractor who they've dealt with in the past and who has proven reliable. Other things that you can do is have a written contract with the trade or contractor specifying what work is to be done and the manner in which the work is to be completed. It's important to take before and after photographs, so you document what the particular thing that needed repair looked like before and what the circumstances of it were after. And then one other option that you can take is in your contract with the contractor is to have a form of deficiency holdback of a part of the agreed price, so that if there is any deficiencies or defects in the work, you have some security for that work and can hold that amount back until the contractor remedies it or some other agreement is made.
Okay, so if people would like more information, what's the best way to get a hold of you, or is there a place online that they can get information?
You certainly can consult me. Morelli Churco's phone number is 250-374-3344. My email address is jbrown@morellichurco.com. You can certainly find more information online. Both the civil resolution website as well as the small claims website will provide you with guides to pursuing any claims through their processes.
Jacob, thanks for dropping by.
No problem.
Jacob Brown with Morelli Churco on this edition of It's the Law.